Hello to everyone in the Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Cathedral community and all of our friends. This is Father Jonathan. I hope you're doing well. Today marks the start of a new release schedule for our videos. Rather than releasing a video every day, we'll be releasing videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in our reflection videos, and then on Sunday for our Sunday scripture with Father Jonathan. I know this is a little bit of a change, but it'll give me some time for research and reflection so that I can offer more precise and in-depth commentary on different topics. I've also placed on social media a request for you to send in ideas for other topics that you want me to address or questions that you have. I gladly answer whatever questions anyone has about the faith, about something they've read in scripture, concerns that they have, even questions about what our response to contemporary issues should be. And so with that being said, we'll begin the first video in our series of reflections on the seventh Beatitude. As you know, we've been going through the Beatitudes, and we just finished our series on the sixth Beatitude. The seventh Beatitude is, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." And this is a really significant Beatitude. I mean, they all in their own ways. But this one bears a little bit of need right now, especially because it seems like the whole world is not at peace. There's anxiety and stress and uncertainty, and it seems like peace is not the experience of most of us. And certainly there's restlessness in the midst of the world, and people are not peacefully engaging with one another. There's a lot of turmoil. And so this is a very timely conversation. But what does it really mean to be peaceful, to be peacemakers, to make peace in the world? Well, the important thing about this is we have to start to recognize that peace isn't just the absence of conflict. It's not about that. It does bear fruit towards that, but that's not what it's all about. And so we have to understand that when we're talking about peace, we're ultimately, from a Christian perspective, talking about God, because Christ is a person of peace, and the peace is the peace of God. And so when we're in divine liturgy or another service and the priest offers peace, he says, "Peace be to you," and the congregation responds, "And also with you," "and with your spirit," that offering back of peace. It's not just a nice thing to say, but it's the reality of offering God's peace. But what is God's peace? Well, we must realize that part of what peace is, or the experience of peace, is to be Christ-like in the way that we navigate the world. Because, as I've already said, Christ is a person of peace. He gives peace. He manifests peace in the world. He offers us peace as reconciliation with God. That is to live in harmonious union with God. It's not just to prevent the difficulties of life, because they're going to come either way. Because the reality is we can be at peace in the midst of a great storm at sea, like Christ was, literally, when he was on the boat and asleep in the middle of a storm where everyone else was anxious. And he knew it was because he was in control. So Christ has offered us peace. In fact, that's what he offers to the disciples immediately after the resurrection, when the reconciliation with God, in a very real way, began to be manifested in the world. Christ has reconciled us with God by his incarnation, his life, his death, his resurrection, his ascension into heaven, and by sending down upon us the Spirit of peace. So, what do we do with this peace? And what does it allow us to do? Well, it prevents us, in some ways, from being lost in the turmoils and traumas and sufferings that we find ourselves in the uncertainty. But it does require effort. It's a free gift, but we have to live it. We have to actualize it. And to do so, we have to receive it and recognize that we need it. And in the coming videos, we'll reflect on this more. Parse out even more. What does the peace of God really mean? How do we live it? And what does it mean to be a peacemaker? Someone who makes peace, participates in God's activity of peacemaking in the midst of the world. A little more open-ended this time around, but again, this is the first video. God bless you. We're here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out, call us, email us, leave us a note on social media, leave a note in the comments section, anything at all. If you have an idea for a topic you'd like us to reflect on later on, or if you have some real questions that you'd like answered, feel free to leave those messages on Facebook. You can email me directly at frjonathan@htgo.org, and I'd be glad to start a collection of things that we can talk about to really respond to your needs, because that's why we're here. God bless you and have a beautiful rest of your day.